lot about this, but we've been overheating, and it has been really hot. 90 plus degrees when we're racing. It does cool off in the evenings, but we've been running warm. So I have been talking to my engine builder, Baxter Engines, Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dave has been helping quite a bit, and we don't run a shroud, and obviously that's the number one cause for concern is I need to get a shroud in here, and that will certainly help. But another thing that we have not done is I'm not running a restrictor down here down in here. And so we're going to change that today. We're going to put a little bit of a restrictor in to keep some of the water inside of the radiator a little bit longer and see if that helps. If it doesn't help, then we know that doesn't work. So I went to our local parts store, grabbed some new gaskets. That way we can change everything out here, and I'm gonna put you guys up on time lapse so you guys can watch us.
A bunch of water's coming out, and a little bit, not too bad.
It should probably be 9/16.
They are 9/16. I'm just wondering if we should take these off first.
Alright, so we got it off. Dad's putting ATV on.
You?
Should probably get that.
Put the deal on there.
What do you got there?
Gasket. Put the gasket on. Some people don't just use the ATV stuff on there, the silicone, but I think it's just best to put them both on. Okay.
The gasket had slid back, so I didn't. Might wanna. I'm not trying to tell you how to do your life here, but this on this side was spinning when you were loosening this one.
It's tight. Let's just stir it.
So, car's just about finished up here. We got 4 tires on it. Well, not technically, I gotta put that tire on here. And then I'm grinding some tires right now. It's about dark out, so I'm gonna get this thing on the ground here and we're gonna get it loaded up.
Welcome back, everyone. It is Friday, June 23rd. We are back in action here tonight at the Red Cedar Speedway here in Menomonie. And we just parked, got in the trailer, and Cody has noticed that there's something wet on the floor of the trailer. So he's under there now, kind of investigating to see what it might be. And I'll show you, see what he says or thinks is going on. So, okay, yeah, you can see it's wet down there.
It's just coming out of the out of the rear seal. There's a seal that's circular that goes in the back of the transmission. What can happen is that seal either one gets damaged, or two, they start to come loose or whatever, and something happens with it and starts to leak oil. I just put a whole bunch of fluid back in it because it was low
During the week?
well, yeah, just yesterday.
Okay.
And it's the trailer's at an incline like this, so I'm sure it's pushing it out. I mean, it shouldn't, but it's just something that we'll have to take care of next week probably and fix. So if it's not one thing, it's another. It's just part of racing.
Sometimes you get to the racetrack and you find something. So we got Tim out of the air-conditioned truck. He's in here now. They're looking over tires, trying to decide and analyze what's good, what's usable still. Make sure we're making good decisions, running the best tires that we have. So it is quite warm today. It's another about 90-degree day. Super humid. So
Is it?
it's super humid.
So hot that Tim is here. You know what that means? Lots of fighting and lots of yelling.
I hope not.
Give me both, but we all know what's gonna happen.
Don't put that out there.
Throwing it out there.
Just like saying I suck. Stop saying that.
Throwing it out there for the world to hear.
Stop saying that. So you have a little bit of body work to do beforehand here.
Yep.
Replace the strapping.
Because I keep wrecking shit.
Well, Jake built you a super duty one now, so.
No, he's built me those. I just keep wrecking.
Oh, but this one's extra super duty, so you're not gonna wreck
Oh,
anymore.
I just got 2 this time.
Oh, extra means you're not gonna wreck it. Yeah. Okay.
One thing I'm gonna check tire pressures when they're done.
Okay, so it's dry. So you changed from the setup that you had in for tacky. So we changed that. You just had to check tires, and we're waiting on the lineup.
Something like that. And it's hot.
And it's hot. All right, so we do get the lineup now. There are 3 heats of B-Mods here. There are 21 cars. Cody is in heat 1. And we already knew he drew in the back, so he is starting in the last row inside. Got any words of advice or wisdom, your plans for this heat race?
Well, it's really gonna be probably bottom dominant for 1. Use your head. 2 and 3. Watch the cars in front of you because even though we have somewhat of a loaded heat race, there's some unknowns out there. I will put that as. And then maybe you should get a video of him. Ask him what he thinks.
I think it's too hot to race.
I think I agree.
I third that. It's hot.
It's definitely too hot to spectate.
Well, then go sit in the truck.
Oh no, I want to watch Mario go around the track.
Mario, eh? And I don't think this is Mario.
So we're up here, and after hot laps, they're up here watering now, and they're watering the bottom. It looks like maybe they're starting to move to the top. I do feel a little bit of coolness in the breeze once in a while.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's breezy and the sun is really hot, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
Not gonna make a difference until unfortunately, the sun goes down. So we'll just have to take that heat race. I mean, we're lucky to be starting a good row. We're on the bottom. On a deal like this is where you want to start on the bottom because it's gonna be a fight for the bottom. And if you're already down there, then you already got the advantage. You just have to make it work and just have to see how it goes. We have to get to, I think, 3rd or 4th, something like that.
4th. There's 3
something
heats.
like that to make the invert. And if we make the invert, then I'm not guaranteed a front row starting spot, but it'd be pretty close. So a big step back here.
Hello, Cody.
not down here.
And because they were watching it, I'll go grab it. Okay, Cody is out here talking with Jake at SSR about his car. We had a little bit of an issue. Car wasn't handling quite the same, but it is extremely dry. So, hold your conversation with Jake.
So, again,
Why
I keep
don't
pushing.
you come down here so I can?
I keep pushing SSR race cars for that simple fact right there. I mean, he came over after the heat race. He just said, "How did it feel?" You know, we want to go over a couple things. If I start, I don't know if I start on the pole or on the front row, second row, whatever it is. But that's where we're gonna start, and we just gotta figure out what we want to do with it. You know, this track. Track is there's really not a whole lot to get a hold of, and he's like, you want to fix steer, do you want to fix drive? I mean, what do you want to fix? I mean, you can't go both ways. I mean, if you do one way, you're going to hurt another thing. So we kind of just have to figure out what we need to do. I need to get as less stagger as possible. So especially if it's
stagger as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, there's a point where you go too far and it's not good, but we know what we need, and we just have to, Dad and I just need to have some decisions here and a game plan and kind of talk about what we want to do. I mean,
And it probably depends on where you're exactly starting as well.
yeah, if I start on the front row and I can drive it as hard as I want, that kind of changes a lot of things. So
I wouldn't do enough. I just been trying to
Drive it like you want to
pick
win.
at people all the time.
Drive like you want to win. That's all there is.
They're just following me. And then the car you're just following me. And the car comes off the bars and you speed up the track and you lose a bunch of spots. But when you got a run to come in the corner, the car rolls over and pins it just fine and you go.
And you said,
But you put yourself in such a bad place all the time.
I had told you this already. I already told the camera this, the same thing. Like yeah, even though the car does work better when I'm able to go where I want to go, I still feel like I can't drive as many cars as I want.
all right, so after some discussion, I guess I had it wrong. I thought they were going to redraw the top 4 and take 12. But with this new way they do things, there were only 21 cars. So they only redrew the top 3, which means Cody did not make redraw and he's going to start 10th. So that does change our thoughts on what we're going to do to set the car up, how we're going to set the car up, stuff like that. There's just,
Yeah, I blame you. You told me I got to get 4th.
yeah, sorry.
I wasn't worried. That's why I drove like a girl. Not really, but
Yeah, no.
that wasn't the reason. It is
No.
what it is.
But it's a learning. It's a learning.
Maybe
And
we're gonna try something. We're gonna start 10th. We're gonna try something in the future. Maybe we can learn something. If not, we'll put it in the notes. Do not try again. And maybe it is something that'll work at a different track, but not here. So who knows? You can't be better unless you try something. I'm always against change, so it's good for me to try something different. Maybe I need to change my driving style too.
yeah, that too. So a few last words of wisdom and advice from Tim before Cody goes out there. And they have the first feature lined up, so these guys will be getting in line next. I don't know if I showed the lineup already. I can't remember. Cody is starting 10th, so 5th row outside. Kind of go see it there. And every single person in the rows ahead of him and behind him are all very good. So it's anybody's game. Just depends on the track. Yep.
Alright everyone, it is Saturday. Probably the last thing you saw was us at Menomonie. I pulled in, the car ran really warm. It jumped like 20 degrees in literally probably 30 seconds. I pulled in and it was at 240. Let's just say it got really hot. And I've probably been my only time in this position, maybe besides one other time. So I didn't really know what to do. Long story short, the motor got really warm, and that leads us to the shop today. We're getting ready to pull the race car out of the trailer, and drain the water, drain the oil, make sure the oil is okay. And then it's kind of a waiting game to see what our engine builder wants us to do. I feel like it's best for us just to pull the motor out and have it checked out. Make sure there's nothing wrong with it, because there's a lot of things that you can do to the motor when it gets too warm. And rather than spending $10,000 on the motor that we don't have, I would rather spend the $1,000 that we do have. So that's our position where we're at today. I would just rather make sure it's right than wrong. I guess if we have to take next weekend off, that's fine. Alright, so when you got the car unloaded here, first thing I did this morning was check the temperature gauge. And you gotta remember, it's sat for about a good 12 to 14 hours. Temperature gauge shows it's at 170 still. I don't know about you, but anytime I've ever raced, after the races are done, you let it sit in the trailer for at least 3 to 4 hours, it always goes back down to 0. I've never once saw it that high still. So maybe it's a possibility the gauge is wrong. Fingers crossed on that. I hope it's wrong. That's a lot easier to fix than motor problems. So I don't know. We're still gonna have to go through the necessary steps of probably pulling it out and bringing it down there and all that stuff. But again, I'd rather do all that for $1,000 or less than $10,000. So we'll just have to play this thing by ear, and who knows what will come about this. Maybe I just have to replace the gauge, and I guess if that is it, then I'm fine with that.
All right, so Cody's under the car now, and he's gonna drain the oil so we can get a
You see it?
kind of. It's hard because of all the
Bars?
bars.
Well, folks,
That looks like oil.
if it looks like oil
It's oil?
and it feels like oil, smells like oil, it's oil.
Well, does that make you feel a little better?
Yes.
A lot better.
Makes me feel a lot better, but it still doesn't answer
Your questions?
the problems that can lead to getting it warm. See, this is the magnetic part here. And if there was any broken pieces in the motor, they would end up here, more than likely. And all it is like grease, like hardened grease. I mean, I'll show you. Here's an example. See, like it's a magnet. Watch this. So anything that comes, on the bottom of the motor, something happens, it's going to be in the oil pan. it's going to be connected to that. And there's nothing connected to it. Not even an ounce of water in it. So what can happen is when you get them too hot, numerous things can happen, but the most common things that happen is you can, this is a block right here. Anyone that doesn't know, this is the block right here. And it'll be just a hairline crack, and you'll lose compression, 2, you'll leak water into the oil, and then you got major problems. So there's that, or you can have a head gasket go out, and that will leak water into the oil as well, and it will literally look like chocolate milk. There's no chunks, there's no nothing in here.
Cody.
I'm just saying. Another thing is, like, when you get it really warm, the consistency of the oil be really like thin. It's not.
I would say it still looks like it's thick.
It's not.
There's more paper towel behind you.
I don't know. I need to talk to Dave at Baxter's and see what he wants us to do. I'm guessing he'll just tell me to do a couple other things, check it all out, and if we really want it to be pulled out, we'll probably have it pulled out. I think that's honestly the safest route to go. Play this all by ear and probably leave it up on how it is right now and wait to hear until Monday and pull it out Monday or compression test Monday. I don't know. We'll figure it out though and
We'll
go from there.
update when we know more.
Yeah, so probably be a lot of videos between now and then anyways, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna wrap up this video since we don't really have a whole lot else going on. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, please like this video, share it with your friends and family. We love hearing from you guys. There's more interactions than ever. We're so close to 900 subscribers. Our next goal after 900 would be 1,000. If you guys can help us get to 1,000, that'd be really great. We'd really appreciate it. So please share with your friends and family. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. Until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope for a good outcome.